What's the most useful skill your parents taught you? How to hide emotions. But hey, my mom did give me her curry recipe, so that's cool and all. Making other people feel truly included. My mom and dad are both wonderful people and they both have the gift of gab. Growing up, it just made sense to me that talking to people and learning about them wholeheartedly was something I needed to do as well. Call it extroversion or call it charisma. It is just something I constantly feel. It is nice to make others feel nice and happy about themselves. Everyone wants to feel love, and it really isn't hard at all to show that. They taught me what not to do and to avoid them at all costs. So far it's working well for me as an adult. Honestly, I don't think they taught me anything. They were busy with work, housework and the TV. How to have a diamond tough skin. How not to let my tears out of my eyes. How to self-advocate. Empathy. From my mother. Pretty much anything related to administrating money. She works as an accountant, so she explained to me things ranging from how to properly make payments for the basic services, taxes, etc., and how to create a budget that allows you to start creating savings. Perseverance. Not sure which single skill is most useful, but I learnt a lot from him about living cheaply and repairing and making stuff on my own. Sounds like I was one of the lucky ones. I was taught to cook some foods which lead me to learn how to cook many other dishes on my own. I was also taught how to DIY, which has helped me do some serious amounts of building, plumbing and electrical works. But above all, it's the confidence in being able to undertake a task and being allowed to fail. My mother taught me to be very frugal. As a young child, I collected and put our green stamps into books. I got into coupons and rebates soon after. God loves a working man. Difference between shit and shinola, and don't trust Whitey. Cooking. Among other things. Pay bills before meals. My mom was very insistent on me being able to be independent and financially stable as a woman. She didn't want me to end up like her, struggling post-divorce to take care of us because she relied on my father financially. I didn't really understand until I was older and started dating a lot of men who insisted on providing, and realized how surprisingly common the idea of one person in the relationship being entirely financially reliant on their partner was. I'm glad she taught me financial and emotional independence, and I think my relationships have been better because we equally contribute emotionally and financially. I was a shy kid and had a lot of fear of rejection. In any capacity. Only met my dad at 18 and he told me, if you ask you might get a no or a yes. If you don't ask it's always a no. Not exactly a skill. But they made me get addicted to books at a very young age. I started reading newspapers at 7. I was always gifted storybooks at the end of the month. They weren't consciously trying to get me to read. We live in a town with no proper library or comic book store. For that matter, I had to read whatever I could find at home. Even if I didn't understand the words. It's just the vibe of the house. Mom and Dad always reading something of their own. And discussing it during coffee. And I followed them. Trying to read and understand their books. All my friends were busy with video games and TV. I have a really bad attention span now. As an adult. But reading still is effortless. Thanks to them. One day we got a tough assignment in math class. Even the top student got a really bad mark like AC and I got an F. Came home and said, well, it was so tough everyone got a bad grade. My parents said it's not an excuse and I should and could have done better. Functional alcoholism and to always be ready to lend a helping hand. How to take a punch and stay calm in any situation. You're not too good for any job. Respect. Question everything. To be hyper-respondable for my own mistakes. I knew I have no right to make mistakes. Otherwise they would kill me. How to do my own taxes. It has been a lifesaver. That you can't really trust anyone. I don't need their or anyone else's approval for what I want to do with my life if what I do makes me happy. Driving a manual car. How to cook. To be the best dad in the world. Just do the exact opposite of what my dad does. Orphan has left the chat. How to spot bad people. Only time I ignored it was when I fell in love with my ex. Never ignoring it again. Cooking. How to clean a bush chicken. Partridge. Step on their wings and pull their legs. All the giblets come out with the legs.